All right, we're live. We're live. We're live. Gold is dumping. I haven't been trading too much this week. We didn't stream that much this week since like the beginning of the week. Might be looking for another trade. Some key levels to keep an eye on gold. Like we just came down to $4,500. For the rest of the week, I'd be keeping an eye on $4,500 or $4,400. Market just came down to 4,500, reacted off of it. Maybe if it can come back, like there's probably going to be like a reversal or try to pull back here if it holds 4,500. Those could be some key levels to watch for the rest of the week. I've only gone for 4 trades this week. Like I said coming into this week, I wasn't going to trade much this week. I've only gone for like 4 setups this week. With three again, the first 2 setups are good. Yesterday I went for a setup, New York session. And yeah, 4,700 not long ago, went for a trade. That one lost. Might have another setup around 4,500 if we can get there. Maybe some confirmation around there if the market holds. Or 4,400. That'll be the next level to probably watch, $4,400. Be prepared, like if the market's dumping down there. You see like there's a quick reaction off of around 4,500 not long ago. So yeah, if we could drop down to 4,400 today or tomorrow, probably tomorrow. Might come down to 44. If 45 doesn't hold, like that's a strong price right now. Market just came right down to it and immediately like wicked off. So it could try to slow down, come back to 45. Like it's far above it right now. It's like 600 pips above it. Maybe even towards the end of London session. Like when London session finishes, be interesting to see where gold's at when London session finishes. If it's still like hovering around here, around 4,500. Or 4,400. Like for the rest of the week, like today, tomorrow, keep an eye on 4,500, $4,400. Like if we can find any confirmations here, any good pullbacks, any good rejection, be a level to watch. Could even like for tomorrow, like probably come down to like 4,400 with the way it's been moving. That could be like the next level. Like you see how market just came to 4,500 and I think it went up like 800 pips. Almost. Like it almost hit 4,500. So like that type of reaction could happen at like 44. See how it just came to like 4,500 and it went up like 800 pips almost. 700 and over 700 pips. So like 4,400. Maybe a level to keep an eye on if we do dump down to there for like tomorrow. Yeah, like I was looking for buys at 4,700 earlier. Price started slowing down a bit around 4,700 and it didn't hold. It ended up breaking and continuing. And now like the next price where it's kind of slowing down here is 45. Like it hasn't really, like it's just been going. No, not really any pullbacks in there. You have to watch maybe the 1 minute to get little break and retests in there. Not really like here it broke. Like here it broke and then retested. I was looking for buys like in here. I saw it was just free falling and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna wait till it slows down a bit, maybe shows a bit of a consolidation, accumulation, some rejection. There was a bit of rejection on the 30-minute there. That's where like price first started to slow down and then broke, retested. I ended up literally breaking and retesting that. In a bear market, these like if we get any of those continue. I haven't seen like any of those setups. There's only one of them here yesterday. Usually when it's falling like like when price is just falling, I'll look for break and retests. Didn't really give a lot of those, maybe one or two. But yeah, now like price is starting to slow down a bit around 45. Like if it can come back, it might, like you might have to watch it today. Like it's still early in the day, 30 minutes rejecting a bit, but those are the two levels I'm gonna keep an eye on. Try to get some entries near potentially. If we can like come down, like obviously we're super low in price. We've dropped like a lot. Almost hit 45 there. I had like 45.01 marked here, and I just missed it. Like would have had to be like, I should have been live because it would have been like, maybe like it would have been something I had to enter like boom in the like it was, yeah, I just missed it there. It was hard to send a signal there. I was like, you know, it was only there for so long. It was hard to send a signal there. It wouldn't have even hit 4,500. People would be like, I didn't hit 4,500. So it was, missed that. Like I was waiting for the next. I've been waiting for the next signal. Like I've been waiting for the next signal because like I only saw a signal, like in here. After it slowed down, it started slowing down a bit, like here. Started slowing down a bit. I was like, all right, bet, here we go. A little bit of consolidation. Maybe we can break out, get a bounce, hit some targets. No. So next breakdown, starting to slow down again. Like you can see what price is doing right now. We made a lower low. So kind of like what price was doing yesterday in New York session, like around these hours. Look, like it kind of doing the same thing it did yesterday. Literally, like price dumped down, and it formed a buy around these times, and then continued. So you look at yesterday, like yesterday around these hours formed like a reversal a bit, quick reversal. And then it broke down, took that low out, and then continued. So yeah, we're making like a low here. If it's going to go to 44, it'd be like the same play as yesterday. Yeah, like maybe it's making reversal now, but if it takes that low out, it's like it could be like same play as yesterday. Continuations down to 4,400. It's like 45 could, like, yeah, we missed trade at 4,500. Like, it wouldn't even hit entry. Well, it hit like 40, yeah, it hit like 45.02. Could be like yesterday, like look what happened yesterday. Like yesterday we dumped down coming into New York. There was a quick reversal made, and then it ended up taking out the low, retesting, continuation down. So if it ends up taking out the low, like we're making that reversal right now, we could potentially go up a bit more. Well, it could be something like yesterday. Take that low out if it's going to continue down to like 4,400. You know, take that low out, retest it, get some continuations down. If you go look at what yesterday, go look at what the market did, like that low in New York. Ended up breaking down, making a lower low, retesting. A similar play, like if we're making a low here, yeah, it could be a temporary low, but maybe it's a temporary low, ends up breaking, continuing down to 44. So it's kind of like, that's one thing to maybe wait for. Like if we're going to get continuations, like waiting for that low to get taken out, lower low made, possible continuations. The first thing maybe before that is like, okay, can I get like a pullback to 4,500? Do I get like a quick reversal, you know, a bounce? 30-minute just rejected, so it's like this could go up, but there's a lot of volatility right now. Like obviously price is super, super low. A lot of volatility right now. Like there's a rejection candle forming at the moment on the 30-minute. And you see like yesterday around this time sort of spiked up. If you look at gold, yesterday around these hours, did create like similar price action. Super volatility right now. Like normally it'd be easier to say, yo, if this closes bullish, let's take buys. But the range is huge right now. Normally, like, because the range is really huge, like the volatility just really kicked in after FOMC. Like normally it'd be like easier to say, yo, let's take buys after this candle. Like next one could potentially go up. But yeah, you'd have to use like stop loss wise, it'd be like either using the low or using the low. Remember, it could try to come back to 4,500, tag 4,500 again, or come near it. Yeah, but gold, huge drop off in like since last night and yesterday, like all week. FOMC, make like FOMC, like pre-FOMC, low volume. So I like yesterday, New York session, I caught a buy here, and it was like a quick one. And then after that, I said I was just gonna chill till after FOMC. Only saw a buy in here, and yeah, like look at price is doing right now. 30-minute might be flipping. 1 hour could potentially reject. I want to see if we come back to like 4,500 though, like closer to it. Maybe 45.20, 45.10, closer back to 4,500. It's like, yeah, there's a rejection candle here on the 30-minute, but it's like look how much it's pulled. Like it just dropped 100 pips. Yeah, like it could fly up, but I honestly would rather see if we come even back down like 45.20s, 45.10, you know, before like jumping in, even though we got this candle here. So I think for until tomorrow, like yeah, going for like the rest of the week, just gonna keep it monitor these areas, like see, check up on the 30-minute candle, maybe every 15-30 minutes or so. Look at the charts and see like where we are in price, if we're getting any movements down. 4,500 level to keep an eye on for the rest of the week, I think. Even if we break it, remember we are making this low right now. Right, market is forming a low right now. Potential reversal, right? Could be forming. The later play, if it takes out that low, then you're maybe getting break and retest. So you really want to find like the best pullback entries if you're looking for buys right now, because obviously market has dumped going near the end of the week. Who knows what's gonna happen on the weekend too? Like gold is massively dumping right now. Obviously FOMC, they kept the rates the same, no change there. That's what brought in this like bearish momentum. And how they're talking about, they have like a inflation target, like some of the things Powell said, like his inflation target still remains the same. Inflation target still remains the same. If they hit their inflation target, they lower it. Like his goal is to lower inflation, right? If that goal still stays intact, then more of a reason for people to want to hold on to cash. Ungrateful. What's this? The U.S. Secretary says today will be, today apparently is going to be like a big war day. I feel like the next 48 hours might be big war. I don't know. We always see every day it's something new, but I saw this before I jumped on. I don't know if you guys see what's going on with natural gas, energy right now, like the things that are getting hit, the facilities. Again, today will be the largest strike package yet. Oh yeah, they're really trying to dismantle. See what happens today. Today something big is going to happen apparently. Energy crisis, electricity, energy, oil. Yeah, I wonder what happens today. And we're nearing the end of the week, yo. Gold's dumping like fucking heavy towards the end of the week. I don't want to be Friday reversals, yo. I might have to chill even till tomorrow, guys. We could chill probably until tomorrow. Like we still could probably go down. Like we could come to 44. Let's see. Do we like 45? Is like 45. Gonna be watching 45 today. Obviously, trying to see if we come back down there closer to 45. If we break that 4,500, that could lead to continuations down to 44, right? If 4,500 doesn't hold, if we really break it, that's what could lead us more like a continuation down to 4,400. Well, I wonder what's gonna happen. Like I saw this and I'm like, gold's dumping heavy. Obviously, FOMC caused that. Rates remain the same, so it's like that's why I was paused for a bit. Like gold is pretty paused before FOMC. I said like this week I don't usually trade FOMC weeks as aggressive as I do like normal weeks. If like you notice, like I'm not usually FOMC weeks. I keep it more chill than let's say a normal week. I mean, just a regular week where there's no FOMC. FOMC, I always try to just keep it chill. I've learned, especially after last year, there were some FOMCs last year where the weeks where I would just go crazy. And it was like 2 weeks later, it would be like the best week ever, and it was like, yeah, like 45 came really close. There's like some accumulation. You can start to see now prices like slowing down around it. We just hit like 45.50, right? Obviously looking for like the best pullbacks. Like we're nearing the end of the week, so it might be one of those like low buy end of the week situations. Like gold's dump. I don't think we've seen it dump this fast, this much for a while. Like here, obviously, and then it rebounded, but that's not even as much as it's been dropping. That's like probably since like here. This. Since like that dump, which again making pretty much like the same drop, coming back to that low near, which ended at like 4,400 there. Watch it. It was like maybe this 5 minute can pull back nice to the low. Just gonna keep an eye on it for a bit. Obviously price is low. Like if I was trying to swing or do a small trade, like yeah, but it could come down to retest 45. That's 600 pips, you know, almost. Yeah, if it comes down 4,500, 600 pips right now. It just almost hit, yeah, it just hit like 45.50. That would have even been a better entry. This is where it's like the 5 minutes starting to slow down. Like kind of what you want to see. If it's like, oh, maybe we could get a reversal. Bit more consolidation. Slow down. Better to see. But yeah, if we can get like a sharper pullback. Maybe more concrete pullback. Something could maybe line up in here above 4,500. Like I'm thinking market could potentially be trying to hold 45. 1 hour looks all right. Still has 20 minutes. You know, 44 is still an option. Like it's still, you know, today, tomorrow, time in the week, $4,400. It's making like the last time it moved this fast was literally when over here. You could see hasn't moved this fast since then. Keeping up with the news, like there's a lot of different things. There's like energy, so like electricity, you know, oil. There's it's a whole conflict right now, and Trump, he'll say one thing one day and another thing one day. Like if you saw the other day, he was asking countries for help, and then he goes like the same speech he was saying. I think I have it here. Maybe I can find it. It's kind of confusing. Not gonna lie. Some days he's kind of confusing. See if I can find it real quick. There we go. Let's see what the gold's doing. 5 minute. Oh, yeah, a little head and shoulders maybe forming. Like you can kind of see like a head and shoulders formation. Like I'm gonna try to take small buys, like maybe at 40. Like yeah, we have a bit of a head and shoulders maybe forming here on gold. You can see. This low, which came like almost near, like 4,500, almost got tapped, and we just ran up, made this high. So when you look at this like small 5 minute structure here, you do have a low to high, and you do have this high here. So it looks like a bit of a accumulation, head and shoulders potentially forming. Let's see if we come down to like 45.50s or lower. I want to get like a good, better entry. Like price is pretty high right now because obviously if it comes down to the low, I'd probably like be taking entries around the low. It almost tagged like this candle in the middle, pretty much. Yeah, just went underneath. Might be setting up. I might slowly like scale in gold if we go back to like the 50s, but I mean like slowly scale in small because the way it's moving right now. It can come down, like looks like a bit of a head and shoulders potentially. But yeah, on top of that, like what time is it? 9:43. You could other things you could wait for. Like I said, if this low gets taken out, we make a lower low, then continuation potentially down to 44. Like a few different ways you could look at gold. It's like, okay, right now it's what's in front of us in a sense of like, okay, is this an accumulation forming with gold on smaller time frame? Right now it's kind of like looking at one thing at a time. Okay, we're in the 50s. So it's like right now I could look at what's in front of me. It's like I could say, okay, I got this potential setup that's like in front of me right now, right? You know, I see this is active, like more in front of me. And then it's like I could kind of pre-plan for some other things, more forward thinking in a sense of like, okay, this, for example. We know this isn't going to happen right here, right now, right? That's probably not going to happen right here, right now, right? Oh, fuck. This is what's right here, right now, right? It's like, okay, if there's maybe something right here, right now in front of me, I could act on that. I could try to trade that, trade what I see. If we could try to scalp this, honestly, like even just try to scalp, see if it goes up in the next 2 hours, or 30 minutes to an hour. So it's like I could trade what's in front of me more so, in a sense. Like, okay, what's in front of me? Or like obviously I could forward think some things. Like, okay, if the low gets taken out, we make a lower low. Potentially we bounce back, continuation. That's like maybe later though, and I could wait for that. That's something you could wait for. You might have to wait till tonight. Or after New York session tonight, or maybe going into tomorrow. The other conversation is kind of the other thing that's not like right in front of us, like right now, but it's like close, is like what we talked about already, like 4,500. It's like that's another thing I could maybe wait for. It's like, what if it comes to 45 or comes lower and gives me another setup, right? This is what this type of entry is like, what's right in front of me, like right now. It's like I can see a pattern that's like market's active market, scalping, you know, trigger entries. Maybe I could scalp it and see if it holds. Like it's in a session in the moment. If I want to scalp this trade, I probably could. Not going too heavy. Obviously that's not a heavy position right now. Cause like I'm trying to be prepared. Like, what if it does? What if I have to close the trade early, get out of it, and it goes down to 45, and I could look at, okay, what if the 1 hour still holds 45? Like I said, I think if we break this low, that's like later, right? I think that's more like a later thing that the market could do. If we break the low, make a lower low, it could retest 4,500. That would be like, okay, maybe then we're going to get like a break and retest of that 4,500 level. So yeah, we can see like a lows kind of being made here. Market's like going sideways a bit. Potential head and shoulders, potential accumulation. If we take out that low today or going into like tonight, tomorrow, right? That's like near future. A little bit more forward thinking. Something you could wait for. That is the $4,500 level as well. So like that's psychological level. We could try to come back and retest it for buys too. So there's different things you could wait for, right? For gold today, or today going into tomorrow. It's like 4,500. we make a lower low in price. That's pretty much what happened like yesterday. That would be a scenario where, yeah, like, see, this gold trade's going against me, down $400 right now. Might close it out. Might close it out soon, and maybe just wait to see if we come back, like I said, to 4,500. If we break 4,500, that's another setup, but that's not right now. Like, if you guys want any setups that are right now or close to now, it's maybe looking at, again, what we have in front of us. Potential head and shoulders. Could hold the low. Like, it is coming back to the low. Maybe to retest that low. Which keeps it like above 45. Retesting 45-ish. It keeps it above there. Right? Well, it's not bad right now. I'm down like 380 bucks or something. I think. It's not too bad. Alright. Alright. Could hold that low. Right, could still hold that low. Or this thing's gonna run down. I might close this and just like reposition maybe in an hour or two, depending on like what structure it looks like. Yeah, not reacting there. Like there was like some scalping momentum. So that's my analysis for the day. Like, you guys are gonna have to keep on the charts. If I send another like I've sent 4 signals this week, 3 have won, 1 have lost. Right? If you guys are in the inner circle, you've gotten all the signals. Keep an eye on this. Like, this low could hold. Look at the low. Like, you guys can see head and shoulders formation. Low could still hold potentially. You have a low. Market broke up. I'm in gold. And if I have to close this one, like, if I have to close this position, like, early, like if it just comes down, I will close it. And maybe consider, like, okay, is 4,500 going to hold, right? I've sent 4 signals this week. 3 have won. 2 won in a row. Like, I sent 4 signals this week. 2 of them won in a row. And I won another one. I won 3 signals in a row this week, and then I lost 1. That's like, guys, that's gonna happen. Like, you know, like the first 2 trades I sent won. If you're in the inner circle, you get all my trades. I've sent some to the public Telegram chat, but like the first 2 trades I sent won this week, 2 in a row, fire trades. The third one I sent was a quick one. If you got in, it won. And the 4th trade I sent lost. So it's like, that's going to happen. Like, I could have said, yo, we're 2-0 this week. Let's call it a week, guys. Right? I could have. Like, I could do that. Like, it's, if I go to, like, if we're 2-0, let's call it a week. You know, if we're 1-0, let's call it a week. But I don't see a lot of these, like, influencer traders out there calling out signals like 2 times in a day, 1 time in a day, all throughout the week. Some of these influencers will hit 1 trade in the week and you guys will be like, oh my God. Yeah, like, I mean, you trade either what's in front of you. Like I said, it's either you trade what's in front of you or you wait for the perfect entry, right? There's 200 pips. Bam! I'm going to close this. There you go. GG. Quick 200 pips. That just pumped up 200 pips. Like, you could still hold it if you're in. I just closed, but there you go. If you got in. I didn't have time to send a signal there. Like, if I wasn't streaming, I would have sent a signal to the chat. But, like, fuck. It would have been, like you guys saw, I was, like, clicking buys in front of you. So, I got out. Maybe we'll wait for another trade. We'll see. I got out of that. Look at the 30-minute. We had to wait for that big pullback. Bam. Hey, man. Say, man. hopefully everybody tuned in. Yo. Anyone can jump in that? Like I said, I went over the analysis, and like if I wasn't streaming, I would have just been trading this on my own. I probably would have went fucking. I'm getting used to like live trading, you know, like with the big account too. Like I probably would have went like heavier on that, like if I was just sitting here on my own, fucking not streaming. Ah fuck yeah, could have held, but hey, it is what it is. Like I broke it down. Like I said, there looks like there's a head and shoulders. Like I said, you either trade what's kind of in front of you. It looks like there's a head and shoulders. Blah blah blah. I just gave you guys a 200 pip to 300 pip move there. If you entered gold with me there, if you got in, that just moved 200 300 pips. Hopefully, like see, like you could wait it. Like I didn't even have time to send a signal there because like fuck, I'm doing so much. Like I'm entering too. Like I'm entering the position. What did I say? What did I say? Looks like accumulation. Looks like head and shoulders. Fucking hell. They just gave you guys the play. Fucking play for play right there. Entry live. Took the entry live in front of you. Gave you guys the play for play right there. Same thing that happened yesterday. Like, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. I literally just head and shoulders. I guess we're done for the day. That was the, yeah, I should have held. Fuck, I'd be up like 2 G's at least. It is what it is. I gave y'all the play. I wouldn't be saying, yo, it looks like there's a head. It's either you trade what's in front of you. Like I said, I get like notice the things I say are rarely important because I'll be saying it's either you trade what's in front of you, or yeah, you could say like this could happen, or you could wait for like let's come back to 5,300, but it's still above 5,300. 5,300 could hold, right? Like my idea coming into this is probably 50 or 4,500, right? Now look where it's at. That could have been 400 pips right there, fam. 405, almost 400, 500 pips right there. I got out over 200 pips, so hopefully you guys caught that, yo. Like, hopefully you guys caught that. So I don't always live stream because live streaming and sending signals and taking trade at the same time. Like I'm trying to trade too, you know. Like I would have, like if I wasn't live streaming, I would have made way more money on that trade, right? I would have just took that trade on my own, chill. I would have made way more money on that trade, right? If I wasn't live streaming. So it's just different, right? It's like multitasking, yo. I'm getting used to it. Fuck, like one man can only do so much, right? Like one man, you know. Like look where price is now. Fuck, that was a hey man, say man. Either buy or cry. Don't be scared. Like I did say, like I did run through the analysis perfectly too. Like I did say, like yo, like we have potentially a head and shoulders accumulation here. Price is starting to slow down. You know, everything should have made sense there. I took the trade live in front of you guys. Said, you know what? I'm out. And usually I hold things, but fuck, man. Hopefully some of you guys held. Hopefully you guys got in. Like, I took that trade right in front of you guys. One man can only do so much. You guys are sitting here still looking for the setup, man, and I just like that's what I mean. Like, are you guys paying attention? Who caught that trade? Did anybody catch that trade? Because otherwise, I'm like, I don't need. This is why I don't need to stream. If you guys are like, you guys want me to stream all the time, but I'm like, yo, did you guys even catch that trade? That's why I'm gonna stream once a week now. I'm gonna start streaming them once a day, like Yeah, you guys like y'all paying attention? Like, you guys think I'm just doing things randomly here? Scared money don't want. Like, come on. I'm literally up $900 on my on another account too. Like, if you didn't think, like, got my phone down here. Y'all paying attention or no? Or you just shit, man. I was entering that live in front of you. Fucking Head and Shoulders accumulation coming into New York session. Gold buy the dip situation. Like the only other time there was maybe like buys. I was looking for buys here. Didn't work. All right. Wait until I see the next buys, which was you guys literally just saw live in front. Remember, I sent a signal and it lost there. All right. That was the only time I was like, okay, I'm gonna look for buys. This looks like there's buys here. Okay, no buys. Next trade. This is where, you know, it's like, okay, like if I didn't look for buys here, I still would have been looking for the buys here, right? If I didn't take this trade, I still would have taken this trade. So imagine if I didn't take this trade, I still would have ended up entering this trade. Oh yeah, she's gone. She's gone, guys. Gave you guys, I literally like that, like people always want trade breakdowns. People always want step by step, Evan. What? Go rewatch that part where I'm literally explaining. Like, look at, we have the low here, we have the push up, we could hold the low. Da 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 da. That was a Head and Shoulders accumulation pattern. Pretty much like the same thing happened yesterday, right? When you look at gold, New York session on the 1 minute. Pretty much the same thing happened yesterday on the 1 minute. When you look at gold coming into this time, it was dumping coming into this time. 1 minute. If you go look at the 1 minute in there, I made a video. I put a video in the Telegram about it. Hey man, now you guys are still looking for the setup. It was right in front of you. That's what I mean. Like, you gotta. It's either you trade what's in front of you. Like, forecasting only works so much. Like, you can always like, oh, I'm gonna wait for the, like, yeah, 4,500 definitely held, right? It's still holding. Like, the market went above it. That's the best entry it would have gave, right? Like that pullback, there was an accumulation, a Head and Shoulders. Great setup. It was there. It was in front of you. Some of you guys, the spot things detect, like that's right. That's a Head and Shoulders accumulation. Like, I noticed it because before this moved up, I was saying we might have like a Head and Shoulders, like an accumulation here, right? Forming on gold. All right, it's clear. You can see it. Bam. Hopefully you guys caught that trade and weren't scared to enter, because if you're scared to enter, then you're not just focusing on practical oh, yeah, shit. Yeah, I'm good for the day, yo. I'll call it a day, fam. Hopefully you guys caught that trade, though. I'm out. Like, I'm gonna call it a day. This thing just spiked up 300 pips. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a day, fam. I'm out. I probably lost more money than everybody on that trade there too, and I'm probably just like, I'm out. I'm good for. I'm done. Hopefully you guys caught that trade. I took it live in front of you on the fat account, on the funded account, and even on. So hopefully you guys got that. I ran it down. I don't think you could have had a better setup than that for the day. Hopefully you guys came on that stream. Hopefully you guys came on the stream. Like, we only have like, that's what I mean. Like, oh man, y'all missing. I went live for a reason. Hopefully you guys came on the stream, yo. I feel bad for anybody who missed this stream. So I mean, like, a lot of you guys take a loss, or I'll like, it's bad when I win 3 trades in a row and then I take a loss, and it's like the loss, the amount of people that react at the loss, it's like holy, a loss gets. I'll win 2 trades in a row and then lose one, and it's like, oh shit. And then like your favorite influencers out there will fucking win one big trade, and you guys will be like, oh my god, they're the best trader in the world. Like, like holy. Will they win 2, 3 trades in a row, take a loss, and it's the end of the world for like a lot of people? I don't get that. I literally just showed you guys again, like again, because I didn't have to stream. I showed you guys live. I did that live in front of you guys. I did that live in front of you guys. I took a loss over here. Before that, I took 3 wins. Before that loss, I took 3 W's. I'm 4-1 this week. Some of you guys are stressing out this week about the market. I haven't even been on the charts that much this week. The only time I've been on the charts is with you guys. Really, and when I've sent signals. I have barely been on the charts this week. I've sent... That was... Again, I did that live. If I wasn't streaming, I would have sent that probably as a signal. Who knows, right? But hopefully you guys took that trade, because we're not going to find a better setup. It's like... Yeah, hopefully, because like, obviously, probably a lot of people missed that, but hey, I mean, like, if you're here, if you showed up, you're learning the most. If you came here, you showed up, you're literally learning the most. So we have 4,000 people in the group. There's how many people on the call? So pat yourself on the fucking back, because we have 4,800 people in the group, 3,800 in the Discord, and there's how many people on the call? So fucking pat yourself on the back, because you're already one step ahead of fucking 90% of other people, even if you didn't take the fucking trade. Because if you actually saw what happened there and you learned and you understand what happened there, you need to memorize this. Right? Fuck the signal. I could have sent a signal, whatever, and everyone would have been happier, right? I did that live. I still did that live. That's even better. Like, think about how many people we have in the group. Almost 4,000 people in the Discord. How many people are on the call? Right? So like, a trade loses, a signal loses. How many people react to the loss? I'll win 3-4 trades in a row. I'll go on winning streaks month by month, month over month. Yeah, I'll have some weeks that are rough. So do you guys. So does every fucking trader in the world, right? So how are you really going to learn? It's honestly showing up for moments like this, to be honest. Like, experiencing moments like this for yourself, and even if it's with me or somewhere else, right? Like, we have, like I said, almost 4,000 people, and look how many people we have live watching, guys. Look how many people are live watching what just happened. Those people are gonna miss these real experiences, these moments. These moments are where you really learn, right? So like, it's like, you know, what's that quote about the fish? Teach a man to fish, something, you know, the fish thing. Give a man a fish. Like, these sessions right here are the ones that matter more than the fucking signals. I'm telling you. Like signals are great. I could set signals. I could set 2-3 signals a day. We'll win, we'll lose, we'll lose. So like, they'll be like, I look for good trades, right? But like right here, what you guys, like, for those of you guys that are actually on this call, that actually showed up and put in the time, like I do, there's a lot to like. This hour we were on, or whatever, we've been on for 54 minutes, was way more important than a month of signals, or a week of signals, let's say. Whatever it may be, you know? Because it's right now. Like, I could talk about this tomorrow. I could talk about it next week, right? But it just, like, it's now in the moment, right? I could talk about this, you know, tonight, next week, but it's not going to be the same, right? Because, like, we all understand I took a loss here. All of us understand. There was a losing trade here, right? We all know that. L, stop loss. But when your man takes a W, when I take a W, it's like, okay. When I take a win, where are the W's, though? Like, where are people fucking, when I take a stop loss, though? I get DMs saying L, like, you guys are spoiled, you know? Your favorite influencers send, like, one trade a week, maybe. And they'll just put the fucking wrist, you know, maybe. Maybe. You guys are, like, glorifying them. I just showed you guys real raw in the same day, hours. Like we all saw I took a loss there. But anyone who's here just saw just I think consistency, strategy, just moving forward. Making sure taking a loss doesn't make you hit a brick wall, let's just say. You know? There's what, like 100 and something people on the call. Yeah, that's what I mean. There's thousands of people in the groups, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. Thousands are seeing the like signals. But when it comes to these moments are more important than signals. I'm gonna tell you that much. Your eye's not gonna get trained from signals. Like if I break them down, yeah, like, but like if you're here and you're seeing like, oh yeah, like most of you guys should be able to see the head and shoulders that I saw, or the accumulation. Or if you're better at seeing them bearish, see? Like that, right? See? Perfect head and shoulders. Some of you guys might be better at seeing them bearish. That's literally like a perfect looking head and shoulders. It's on the 5 minute. That's why I started entering those buys. Because I'm like, my intuition, like what I'm seeing, like why I'm like I'm explaining things, but like if I wasn't here, like let's just say if I wasn't here streaming, I would have just been in my head clicking buy on, like I would have just been just naturally buying. So like when I just like, it might have looked random when I just like started clicking buy, but I'm telling you it wasn't. It was just me just my brain being like, yo, fucker, it's time to act. It was like my brain just like triggering, like just like, yo, like it's time to fucking act here. Like you're like, otherwise you're gonna miss like, otherwise I would have missed something clearly, right? It was right in front of us. So journalists, let's like we can remember. Like, this is a good experience to remember, right? Despite the loss, losses are gonna fucking happen in trading. That was my first loss this week. I won 3 trades before that. And now you can see I won another trade after that. Now I'm ready for the now that puts you in position, ready for the next trade, if so, right? Head and shoulders, accumulation coming into New York. Like I didn't send a buy. Notice what I didn't do right after I took the loss. I didn't send another trade. The loss happened. I didn't send another trade right after. I waited. Waited some hours still, right? I lost, it happened here, bam. Right? So I still waited. I didn't just chase the next confirmation, the next rejection I see at the next price, right? Like if I'm just wanting to scalp, let's say you're scalping, like, yeah, that could be good if you're scalping, trying to just, but you have to be quick at getting in and out. You can't hold on to everything forever. That's why okay, I took the loss. What didn't I do? I didn't just say, where's the next trade immediately after? Oh my goodness. I didn't just say, okay, where's the next trade immediately after? It's like, let me wait, calm it down, let the market do its thing. Wait a couple hours. Coming into New York session, price is still dropping. I'm like, this is getting extreme now. That's why I jumped on today, because I'm like, I jumped on because if you notice when I jumped on, price already started moving up, looking like it was shifting the high. Go back and like look at the beginning of the session and how price looked on the chart, right? And it started, like, well, one thing was 4,500. And then like that shift, right? Like it just looked good. That's what it looked like in the moment. Head and shoulders, classic accumulation. These patterns work. Those simple classic. You just gotta. Your brain has to have enough repetition that you've seen it. That's why like a trader who stops trading is not a good thing. Like if you like, you'll never really be like consistent if you trade for a year and then you stop trading for 3 months and then you start trading again and then you stop trading for 2 weeks and then you trade again, and then like off and on isn't so good. It's always good to be on things, not that you have to be actively always risking money and actively always trading, but in the game. Like you have to be in the game. Because your brain, like some of you guys might have, I have a very photographic memory. So some of you guys might need to journal things more than others. Some of you guys might have a photographic memory more than others, right? So like off and on in terms of being in the game, not taking trades every day, not taking trades every week, just being in the game, active weekly. You don't have to trade every single week to be in the game, right? You don't have to trade every day to be in the game, but you have to stay in the game. Because it's the traders who will come in, they'll take a 2-month break, and they'll be like, all right, I'm ready to trade, let's fucking go, you know? And they don't know where the market's been, they don't know where the setups have been, this and that, they don't have any, you know, and they rely on just like that first week, you know, they rely on that heavy momentum first week. A lot of energy going into it. And it's like you have to stay neutral. It's like you take a 2-month break, you come into the markets, you're going to be ready. Like, let's go. You know, I'm ready. You know, I got my accounts ready. I'm ready to go. Right? You haven't been actively. It's like if you're a basketball player and you've been fucking playing for a year, but then you stop playing for a couple months and then you go shooting again. You'll be rusty a bit, right? You'll be a little rusty probably. Like, you know, your reaction timing, your thing, your eyes, what your eyes see, your brain, like it could be in a lot of things. It'd be like working out. It'd be like going to the gym for 6 months straight and then not working out for 2 months and then going back to the gym. It'd be like, you know, like different things like that, right? Month break and then get back into it. They stay in that loop for a while, actually. It's never just like a one-time thing, right? So like you just got to be in the game. Like there was a simple pattern here that I'm like, just from looking at the chat, that some of you guys didn't even notice until I pointed it out, right? And like every single one of you guys know this pattern. And like it's not until it happened where it's clear for even most of you guys now. Now it's clear for most of you guys, like, oh shit, it was a head and shoulders. Yeah, clearly, right? So you have to learn to see things in these moments too. It's not always about just, oh yeah, this is what a head and shoulders looks like. You know, going back on the chart and looking for them, like there's one here, right? It's not always about just like going back and be like, oh yeah, there's one here. It's better if you were there in the moment when it's happening. You like, you see it after. There's one up here, I think, right? So like here. There's a lot on the 5-minute actually. When you look at gold, like 5-minute bearish, there is a lot of different ones actually. If you look at like before it started dumping, yeah. There's one there. There's a bullish one here. Inverse here, not the cleanest one though. Like going back and going on the chart and looking for like different ones, like yeah, that's great and all. And here. One might argue there, yeah. Like you have different phases, different accumulations, types of accumulations, like head and shoulder phases that usually happen at the bottom that look like, they could look like head and shoulders, right? Generally they can look like them, right? you can start like pointing your eyes to try to develop like that. Like we just had one in front of us, right? Literally right in front of us. Might look more clear now, but if you flip it upside down, right? You like left shoulder, head, down. So it's like you have to trust when you see a pattern like this. You have to trust that like that's gonna that's gonna be it, right? It's gonna stick, right? You have to like trust that, right? It's like it's gonna, like I was saying, if you go back to when it was like active live in front of us, I was saying like this low could hold, like we could hold the low. Now I just rejected like 46.25 area, 46.30. It looks like it's gonna come right back to where it broke out now. Like it literally looks like it's gonna come back down to where it broke out. Yeah, it looks like we're going to come back down to where we broke out. So maybe we're coming back to like a retest here. Looks like we're going to come back down to like the breakout of like that accumulation, head and shoulders. Maybe it could reject, hold. It could flip back up realistically, yeah. Like it could go back up with the head and shoulders. Well, I mean, that retest, like it could retest. That would be like the next, like maybe angle. That would be the next potential angle. We're above 4,600. We were almost on the way down there to fucking 44. Now we're back above 46. If you guys are in the inner circle, like most of you guys in the inner circle, unless you're like brand new and maybe just starting to learn, should know like the strategy. You know, you have that $4,600. Obviously, some of you guys are probably already thinking that if you know the strategy like we talk about every week. Like a lot of you guys here, like we're on YouTube right now, should know I've been teaching like the same concepts for the last year when I go live, so a lot of it should click in. If you're in the inner circle, I go more in depth. Like we did a stream the other day. I did a stream the other day in the inner circle, and I went over like $5 zones more in depth than I do on here. 4,600 maybe. Yeah, like this is the pullback, so you gotta watch this like pullback and see like kind of where it ends, where it starts to make some rejection. Kind of like what I was doing in the moment. Yeah, I could maybe rebound, hold. But let's like remove the drawings. But yeah, that's that. Remember that. That's like literally what's in front of you right now. Remember what I was talking about at the beginning, right? Like 4,500. You know, it's still Thursday morning, 10:20 in the morning, New York session, right? Gonna wrap it up soon though. I'm just gonna keep it short and brief. I'll be live in the inner circle in, what time is it? 2 hours. I'm just gonna eat some food, get some coffee real quick. I'm gonna go live in the inner circle in the afternoon. We'll do some training. We're gonna do a training session. See where the market is, end of London session. I'm gonna come back. If you're inside the inner circle, I'll drop the link. Market's at. Like, I just caught a trade live in front of you guys. I know everybody wants another trade, so I'm gonna chill for a bit. I wanna chill. I'm gonna come back end of London session. If you're inside the inner circle, I'll jump live. We'll hop on that session. 12 o'clock. That's like in 90. What is that? 12. It's 10:20 right now. It's like about to be 10:30. But yeah, to finish things off, I'm about to wrap it up. $4,500 right here. Bam. Remember what we talked about? That's still like a level maybe for the day that could hold. What if we come back to 45, retest it? If it makes a lower low, remember what I said? I'm going to say same things at the beginning. Remember I said if it makes a lower low underneath, you could maybe catch that sell down to 4,400. 4,400 could be the next level to watch, just like 4,500. Does that make sense? Or was that too fast? Type in the chat. Type in number 1 in the chat if that makes sense. Or was that too fast? Yeah, see, we got 114 viewers now. We had 540 views this session. Most people missed this. Most people missed them. This was a magical moment. This is like, I don't know, like, you guys gotta understand, like, this is how you're gonna learn these types of sessions. To be honest, we could back test all day. We could back test all day. Go look at perfect examples all day. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. But how I got good at trading was putting myself in just a lot of real raw experiences. You know, how I made it was just a lot of time doing these things. A lot of time doing these things. I don't know, like, if you guys will be able to catch up to the amount of time I've done things, but that's why you got to stay like locked in, because I'm telling you, when these sessions come around, and we're gonna be more active soon. Like, you guys don't know, I've been like, you guys are gonna see soon like a big change. You guys are gonna see like a lot of different branding, a big change soon, and I've been working on a lot. Like, you guys don't see what's being worked on right now. No one does. No one ever sees what goes on in the background, but there's a lot of stuff being worked on right now. All right, you guys aren't seeing it right now, but when 2.0 comes out and we're active again, like when I drop the website, when we're really active, these are important sessions. These sessions matter. I'm telling you. Oh yeah, look at this. Look at this. Look at this, lads. Look at this, lads. Is it Thursday, Friday reversal? So, maybe someone, yeah, like someone already knows the way I'm thinking. Maybe Thursday, Friday reversal. Does that make sense or no? A little too fast. A little too fast. Rewatch it. Again, like 4,500. It's like that's the price that could hold. Like, we're above 4,500. Remember, coming into this session, I was talking about like, okay, 4,500 is a key level, 4,400 is a key level, right? Looking like market wants to stay above 4,500. That's a psychological level. There could be demand there. So, in the time being, it's like we might want to maintain and stay above that price. That's why I took that trade, because it's also understanding like it doesn't have to come back to the price to just maintain it, stay above it, right? So it's like we could look for reasons or setups to say, can we stay above 4,500 still? What if, like right now, this is pulling back? That could be a setup, right, in the near term. If we get under this low and we break 4,400 or 4,500, it could potentially retest it and go to 4,400. Then 4,400, it's like looking for the same thing that just happened at 4,500. Like, look what just happened at 4,500. It's looking for that. I'm drawing like a whiteboard here. If it goes down to 4,400, you'd be looking for the same thing that just happened at 4,500. 4,500, we just saw market came down to it extremely and reversed. So being prepared, if it's dropping there, like being prepared. Oh, maybe buy limits, maybe like some small trades if it's tapping there, right? Potentially reversal, right? I'll give you guys some angles here. The break could break, make a lower low, retest, and make the move down. Or could wait for it to even come down. If it comes down there, it's like we could watch for like the same thing that just happened at 4,500, around 4,400. Right now, look at it. Looks pretty decent right now on the 5 minute. On the 5 minute. It's like, okay. It looks like it's going to come retest that breakout area. 45.75. It looks like it's going to come retest like 45.70, 45.75. That breakout area right there. You could potentially get like a rejection there. If we're looking at, this is like what's in front of us. That has nothing to do with what I just described, right? This and this. This is more like, okay, this is in front of me, scalping, maybe something short term, not something I have to marry, not a trade I have to marry. Like, okay, let's see how it reacts. Could be a 30-minute trade. That area. That's what's in front of us. And it's like, I'm repeating myself again. Watch. I'm repeating myself again because key level. Why is 4,500 a key level? Because we're above it. There is support there. Market could be trying to make a bigger support at 4,500. But if we break 4,500, it could set up for the next sell down like yesterday. I hope that made sense. Because, I know it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff there. It's a lot of stuff. Because like if I wanted to scalp, if I was looking at right in front of me, like okay, like if this is the chart, like this is what's in front of me on the 5 minute. Okay, there might be a scalp here based on the 5 minute time frame. You know, maybe a scalp setting up in this area. We're retesting the breakout area of that like accumulation head and shoulders, coming to retest like that broken out area. Price just broke out, coming back to retest that area. So we could see like set up on the 5 minute here, right? Nice thing on the 5 minute. That could be like a scalping setup, maybe for the next 30 minutes to an hour, right? If that doesn't hold, it doesn't hold. It's not the end of the world. It's like, okay, like understand some of the other stuff we just described. Like, okay, we still maybe have like this could potentially happen. Or if it comes down to 4,400, we could look for a similar setup that like happened up here again. It's like 4,500 we saw buys. 4,400 we could see buys. If it breaks 4,500, maybe there's sells. Those are different setups. I'm looking at the 5 minute. I'm like, okay, maybe I'm scalping for the next 30 minutes to an hour. Looking for scalping, see how this reacts over the next 30 minutes to an hour in this area. Or like, not the next 30 minutes to an hour, but a 30 minute to an hour trade, right? It could still come down a bit, right? Maybe just like a 30 minute to an hour trade. Not something I have to hold forever, right? I could say, okay, you know, I'm going to enter some small positions in this area, put my stop loss at this low. I don't have to hold it till the stop loss. I could say, let me see how this reacts in the next 30 minutes to an hour. Maybe I can get into profit in that first 30 minutes of the trade, or some rejection can start to happen in the first 30 minutes to have me good signs of like holding the trade. Not that I have to hold, like I could put my stop loss down here and say I want to be safe, you know, and say I'm going to enter in this area. Not that I have to hold it till the stop loss and make the stop loss like an infinite thing, right? I could say, let me take this and see how this position manage the position within time too. Like say, okay, let's see how the next 30 minutes goes, right? If we start to reject, if we get some reactions, if we go into profit, because then it's like I could delegate things with time in that and say, because like if the trade's gonna work, it should work maybe within like 30 minutes to an hour. It's not like I shouldn't have to, you know, if there's a setup in front of me, something I can see. So that's where later becomes the stop loss, whereas sooner becomes the time delicacy thing of risk, where it's like I could say, let me see how this reacts in the next 30 minutes to an hour. And if it doesn't really do something in the next 30 minutes to an hour, I could take like maybe a small win. Maybe there's some profit to take, some partials, maybe a small TP, maybe take profit 1 gets hit or take profit 2 gets hit, or a small loss, which is better than a full stop loss or a break even, right? I could look at a setup like that in terms of time when it's like I'm seeing maybe it react, right? Maybe the candles are starting to reject. There's some confirmation forming. Something like even right now, the candle's flipping a bit in this area. It's got a lot of notifications, holy. I was like, what the heck? My phone just blew up. It's like, if I see a setup in front of me in the moment, it's like, I don't have to sit there and say, I'm going to hold it until my entire stop loss gets hit. I could say, let's see 30 minutes. And then maybe in that 30 minutes, it's like at break even. And it's like, you know what? I'm going to close this instead of hold it to the stop loss. That's better than just holding something forever. You can see it came back to the breakout area. So when you're looking at it, like, again, like there's a lot to learn from this, because like in the moment when things are happening, when the market's active, setups can be forming that you can jump on when you know what structure is doing, right? Like I caught the head and shoulders, showed you guys that live, right? And it's like, if you remember, I was saying we're probably going to pull back to the neckline or the breakout area of the head and shoulders. And we literally have just pulled back to that breakout area of the head and shoulders. And now you can see market's slightly reacting off of that. So it's like, that's what's in front of you. If you could spot that, like the 5 minutes, the only time frame really visible for this 15.5, like I'm not going to see this exact setup looking at the 1 hour chart, right? Like I'm not gonna see this exact like structure and stuff on the 1 hour. If I'm looking at the 1 hour, it's like, okay, like I don't see that, right? But when I'm looking at the 1 hour, it's like, what do I see? It's like, okay, I got 4,500 down here again. Got 4,550 holding. So it's like on the 1 hour, all I really have, right? I got that 1 hour candle rejecting, which is like, okay, if I was looking at how would be like the best entry looked at this time frame, it's like, well, it's technically already happened in a way. It's like if this could pull back in a way, it's like if it goes lower, it's like, is this gonna hold? If I'm just looking at like the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour, it's like, okay. If I'm looking at the 4 hour, you know, what's my entry? What's my entry really? You know, it's okay. I gotta wait for this 4 hour to close and maybe see if there's good pullback entries on the next 4 hour, right? If I'm looking at like the 4 hour, it's like, can this go down? Can this next candle or the next candle come down for an entry? Kind of like what the 1 hour is doing right now. The 1 hour rejected and the next 1 hour is like coming down. See how the next 1 hour just came down here, right to like that area, pulling back. You want ideally, if I'm looking at the 1 hour, I'd want like the 1 hour to pull back so I could get maybe that entry where I'm seeing rejection, right? 4,500, 4,550. Right, 4,500, 4,550. Break it down to the 5, it's like you could see that head and shoulders got retested perfectly. Like a quick reaction. And like that's like there you could see from this session that I just did, there's more than one way to catch a trade on the market. And I did it on my I just did it right, like I did it on my phone right now, like while talking and explaining it. So like you guys should be able to learn this stuff, right? See, like again, head and shoulders, breakout, retest, and things like different places you could get reactions. It's like I could take a trade based on what I see, a zone. Say, let's see if this reacts in 30 minutes. Let's see if this reacts in 20 minutes or so. I should have took that here, man. I forgot, literally. Like, see, literally forgot. 1 hour could flip. Yeah, like gold's low for Thursday, Friday. Like it's Thursday going into Friday, so it's like, yeah, someone already said in the chat I saw earlier, Thursday, Friday reversals, question mark. And I was looking for that last week, and I think this week more than last week. Like, yeah, like that, yeah. Last week it didn't happen. I know, I was looking for it last week, didn't happen. I think this week more than last week, yeah, Thursday, Friday reversals have way more of a possibility for gold. So I mean, we're still in the war, and I don't know, we're gonna see what happens. Like, gold's super low now, and we're going into the weekend, so it is optimal time for them to want to buy it too. Like, this is interesting where gold is going into Thursday, Friday, how fast it's dropped. Maybe Thursday, Friday reversals, but when you get these fast dumps, let them happen. Let them come to the right price. Let them slow down, right? Like, show you a sign of slowing down, like not as extreme. Because it does take the market to get to like that extreme point for that slowdown to start building up, which could be like, again, like accumulation, head and shoulders. Like, I like to see those head and shoulders, those accumulation patterns, right? I'm gonna, like, right now, like if you're in the inner circle 2.0, I've been working on videos every day for 2.0. There's gonna be a lot of new videos. I even have to add like examples like this. Like, I just thought of like a new talk. Yeah, like I'm gonna add this in there, and things to train your eyes to see, really, at the end of the day. Like, there could have been, you know, that was quick, but there could have been a trade entry here too. Like a quick little entry, sneaky little entry there, boom, off the neckline. more technical type of analysis there. Beginning of the session, though, you guys saw live in action, head and shoulders. But yeah, I'm gonna jump back on end of London session. That's a good time. Like, I mean, if you're looking at entries we could have caught, like already we caught one. Some like good amount of you guys entered that with me. I saw caught buys there. You could have caught a buy there. All right, we already caught a buy live on this session, so I'm just gonna keep it for one. It's like, yeah, gold. I wish it pulled up more in the beginning of the week. I wish we went a little bit up more in the beginning of the week. I had a sell setup line for like here, this area. I see what happened yesterday. If we break the low, like see yesterday, there was a rejection candle on gold. It was only short term though. Next candle dumped, broke the low, and then it went for continuation. So if that happens with like this candle, like I was already describing, that's exactly what I was already describing. If we break underneath, could be an interesting end to the week. Thursday, Friday reversals, maybe Thursday, Friday reversals. Gold has been on a dump for the last like weeks, so maybe actually, I think more this week than last week, to be honest. Could be. We're gonna see. Like, I'm gonna be live end of London session, and then like later tonight. If you're inside the inner circle, I'll be live in like literally like a bit over an hour and 20 minutes. Maybe it could still be like watching the 1 hour, the 4 hour, because look, 4 hours rejecting, forming like a bullish candlestick. So it's like the next 4 hour could potentially try to flip up, but it's still like watching like dollar just tanked. So like we just had a huge drop on the dollar the last hours. Gold hasn't really had as big of an effect as that, you would think. Dollar weakness could be a vital thing too. Dollar weakness is always important. 4 hour could be flipping though. Like it's still like looking at the 1 hour for those lower confirmations, like lower entry confirmations. Like last time the 1 hour, like the 1 hour closed bullish here. I went up a bit, dumped. So again, 1 hour just closed bullish. Could go up and then still drop. I'll try to look at bad. Like Thursday, Friday should be like this end of the week. I think is going to be interesting. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. That's it for me today. When London session is done, I'm gonna go live in the inner circle. I'll let you guys know when London session finishes. Between like 12, 1, gonna go live. If you're inside the inner circle, I'll drop the link. When London session is done. For now, it's like I said, I got on for a reason today, guys, because it was like gold is super low, and I'm like, all right, reversals could potentially happen, especially we're at the end of the week. Some of you guys already know Thursday, Fridays. A good amount of you guys should already know Thursday, Fridays. Saw someone said in the chat earlier. So being this low, fast, extreme, potentially there could be reversal setups to spot. Like these are my like favorite types of patterns because they do work good. Like seeing these are my favorite types of patterns. They do work good. Those pullbacks usually stick. They're good trades, good clean trades, moves to get. But yo, that's it for me. Today, I'm out. I was going to wrap it up 20 minutes ago, but I stayed on a little bit longer. Just go over some other stuff there, but that's it for me. It looks like everything was dropping today. Even crypto. Stocks dropped too. Bitcoin might there's still time with Bitcoin. Like I don't think anyone, like if anyone thinks that they missed out on these pumps that just happened this past week, you really didn't. Probably could go back down to 60K for Bitcoin. Maybe even more if it really breaks 60. If it breaks 60, it's gonna maybe go for one more leg down. If we break 60, we'll probably get one more leg down. So you didn't miss out. Like for if anyone feels like they missed out on the pumps recently, like Ethereum went to like 2,300, 2,400. Solana was almost at $100. So like you might feel like you missed out. I don't really think so. Even now, you're getting a good pullback on everything again. Bitcoin could potentially go to like 60K. Goes there. It's like you didn't miss out if it goes down. Still time. Looks like we're getting like one of these. Maybe continuation. If it breaks 60, yeah, continuations possibly. $60K, a lot of support there. If we break underneath that, then could probably go to another little wave, bearish wave in this downtrend that we've been in with Bitcoin. That's not a terrible thing. Like, look at the pump it just did. Everyone got excited. It went to 74, 76K, I mean. And everyone got excited, right? And it's like it hasn't really moved that much. It could go down to 50, 40 potentially if it breaks 60K. 60K support. You might see a buying opportunity off of 60K soon, or even in the 50s to accumulate for cheaper. But yo, I'll see everybody next stream. If you're in the inner circle, like I said, inner circle session will be live when London session's finished. I'm out though, guys. I'll see everybody next stream.